This is the anniversary of the shoot-down of Malaysia Airlines Flight 17, and a memorial was held today in the Netherlands. Most of the passengers were Dutch. MH17 was en route from Amsterdam to Malaysia when it was hit by an anti-aircraft missile over Ukraine, which is fighting a civil war. 298 were killed. Here's Mark Phillips.
In the Ukrainian village of Grobova, where it happened, they commemorated the tragedy too. The area is still controlled by pro-Russian rebels, the same rebels who were first on the scene a year ago and who seemed shocked to discover that the wreckage they were looking at was not of a Ukrainian military plane. This is a passenger plane, the rebel leader taking the footage says. Malaysia. Examining the wreckage in the days after the crash revealed this was no accident. The plane had been shot down. And here, big pieces, big holes penetrating from the outside in. And this is what's left of the cockpit. Clearly the controls there, the flight computer, the pilot's seat, and in the metalwork, again, penetrating holes. A year later, the rebels are still the obvious prime suspects, and the families of the victims are getting impatient for justice. The chief prosecutor in Holland, Fred Westebeker, says that he hopes to bring charges by the end of the year, but finding evidence that will stand up in court hasn't been easy. Do you feel yourself under any kind of deadline pressure?
We really need time to do it good, and you only get one chance to go to a judge, and then it has to be perfect.
The Russians still reject the claim that the rebels they support shot the plane down. The Ukrainians did it, they say. And President Putin has rejected the call for an international tribunal. This man, though, says the evidence still points at the pro-Russian rebels. And Elliot Higgins has provided Dutch investigators with social media data that he says proves that a Russian missile launcher was in the area at the time and that it fired.
They say, oh, I've just seen a missile launch, there was this loud noise,
they hear a
this
bang. Right.
Some of them saying, I saw the smoke myself, I could see the missile going up from the ground.
Accusing a group of shooting the plane down is one thing. Apprehending individual suspects in a war zone and bringing them to trial, Scott, is something else.
Mark Phillips, who's been covering the story for us from the beginning, reporting from the London newsroom. Mark, thank you.